Hey there, here's my patch walkthrough for my most recent patch, Time Again. So there are four things happening in here in this patch. There's Plaits, playing our chords. There's our bass drum, coming primarily from VCO2. There's our white noise percussion from Varigate and MB2s. And there's this Whiney drone VCO1. So let's begin here with Plaits. Plaits is in one of the new modes called the String Machine Emulation Mode, and that's kind of where the inspiration came for this patch. So it's being triggered by channel 2 over here on the Varigate, using its awesome probability things for gates. Here's what it sounds like dry. Fun came in the panning. So I took the two outputs and then used MB2s channel 1 as a slow LFO, offset a little bit by channel 2, and then the sum gives us the CV for the left ear, I believe, and then the inverse is the right ear. Or I guess it's one or the other, but doesn't really matter, but it's going back and forth. And then that's being fed into the effects aid, which is giving us a nice delay and chorus. Finally, on our Plaits channel is that the chord changes are taken care of down here by the velocity track of my mini group, which is set to sending 2 volts out. And I have the first 5 slots here set to random voltages that I really liked the sound of the chord on Plaits for. And then, as you can see, it's moving through it randomly with a bunch of empty space. So it sometimes will change chords quickly, sometimes it will hold one for a while as it chooses empty ones that are turned off, and then it goes from there, because it's set on random at the quarter note level as it goes through this sequence. So that's the chords. The pressure track is taking care of our gate sequencing for the bass drum. So the bass drum is basically a VCO2, which is set to LFO mode, so it's out of audio range. But then the gates from this track are kicking off the ADSR, which is then bringing this up into audible range, and that's being sent into the metalizer of the mini brute tube, and then a little grit is being added with the AD envelope. Actually, so the AD envelope's being triggered by each of those as well, and the AD envelope is into the metal mod. So if I really crank that, some of the weird sounds we had in the middle. It just adds a little bit of grit to the beginning of that bass drum especially. So there's the bass drum. Percussion is being sequenced by channel 4 of my Varigate out here. You can see that flashing. Let's go into channel 4 of MB2s, who's got a pretty quick here envelope. It's just CVing white noise out from my mini group. But the fun changes are happening with LFO2 here, which is on stepped random voltage. And that is being controlled, or that then is controlling the fall time of it, and also the span up here on the 3 sisters. So I should say up here on 3 sisters, the bass drum is coming in with a low input. These hi-hat, snare, percussion sounds are coming into the center channel. whiny stuff from VCO1. So this is being sent up here into the high input of Three Sisters. It's just kind of droning along. There's a little bit of FM from VCO2, which is normaled in, which is interesting because that's the bass drum one. So this voice kind of goes a little bit weirder when the bass drum kicks off. Originally, I had actually sequenced it to have some pitch changes that I just totally forgot to do on the second page. Just a simple back and forth between a couple things, but it works to just have it as a nice drone as well. So there you have it. And I had to be a little creative again because I only was sending the chords through FX8. I had to get a little creative with taking the output of Three Sisters and mixing it with the left channel of the FX8 in the hexagram and mixing with the right channel of the FX8 down here in this tiny little mixer and then sending that out to my headphones. So there you go. I enjoyed putting this one together. I like how it sounds. I loved exploring the new Plaits, and I look forward to putting this guy to use and this guy to use, who are new to my system, but didn't make it into this patch because they just arrived today. So, hope you enjoyed, and happy patching.